Hi everyone. I had to connect with you guys today because I know I've had a long hiatus. I've just kind of disappeared, and I've gotten so many messages asking me if I'm okay. I just want to thank you guys for even being concerned with me. I am good. I am just going with the flow of the energies, and internally I felt as though there was a slowdown that was needed again. I always, as you've known me throughout my YouTube channel, I'm here and then I'm there and then I'm not and then I come back again. And that is because I'm paying attention to what the energies are expressing to me. And sometimes when we go with the flow, things just work out as they're supposed to be. And we know it. We know that we're in sync with the harmonies of the melodies that are playing in our own lives, both externally and internally. So I just wanted to just come on really quickly and let you guys know that I have a lot more plans. I have a lot of things that I'd like to share and that I'd like to express, especially dealing with things with the Bible and its origin. I have not even touched the surface of what it is that there is to share about the true origins of the Bible. The rabbit hole goes so deep, and the more that I've gone into my shell and the more that I've been self-reflective and introspective, the more I realize that the data that I've accumulated, just so much information, that there's going to be a time, possibly towards the end of this year, where I'm just going to keep bringing it. It's going to be video after video because I have so many topics to break down in the Bible and their correlation with the Anunnaki, etc., etc. And so I'll be going into that. I'm kind of feeling an energy that's letting me know that there's a necessity to expose childhood sexual abuse and how it is so ubiquitous around the world. It's a hushed up topic that not many want to speak about, but I think that there has to be more of a platform to expose this disease where children are being sexualized and they're being used in the quietness of their own homes or relatives' homes or close friends and families' homes, or other children their own age and even a little bit older. They're being exploited and they're being used in order for, sexual perversions to be exercised. And so throughout the generations of man and even recent generations, this has never stopped. And so part of what I'm feeling I'm supposed to also bring attention to is the dynamics of sexual abuse and how it is we can nip it in the bud and stop this horrible crises from continuing into the next generations of our own children. And most of the time, those who are abused as a child sexually or even just physically abused, they tend to become the perpetrators of the next generation. And so don't you want to stop that? I do. I see the pain of it. I know the pain of it. I lived it myself. I've known others that have lived it. And I think there has to be a platform to discuss it, to nip it in the bud and make sure that it doesn't happen again and that anyone that does it is found out about. It's a horrible secret that most children keep, and it continues to remain a secret where we're not even aware of the proportions of people that this has happened to and will happen to in the future. The thing with my work is dealing from an astrological point of view is sometimes I have a hard time when I do the charts of people's children or even themselves, because I can, for an adult, I can see that they've been abused and I can almost pinpoint who did it to them almost. And I can, but there's a line where I just stop because it's already enough information for me. And so as soon as I look at the planetary blueprint or the astrological blueprint for an individual, I'm able to see whether they've been sexually abused. And it's not as though I'm looking for it. It's just that all of the aspects just shine right through and it speaks those voices from the soul of those individuals, and I see it. Now, one of the things that I'd like to bring recognition to is that some of these things, if you're aware of it, or you have an astrologer that you trust, they're able to tell you about your children. And your children, sometimes when I know someone that's had a baby and they want me to look at their chart, even without giving them the information of the chart, I'm able to see the potential for what could be child sexual abuse. And so I've been able to warn some parents and let them know that this child would be more prone to it than someone else. And I'm also able to help parents be able to safeguard their children from those possibilities based on their astrological chart. And so this is why it behooves me to share this avenue with people, because it gives you a glimpse and an insight into an area that you may have never known could be a possibility in your own household or with your own child. I also want to focus on that. I want to focus on ways that we can halt and stop its progression. And this is just one little avenue that I know can give insight to parents. And so also, I'll be giving readings on your children. If you've had a reading by me before and you'd like your children to have a reading, I'm offering you a discount for that. And also children in general. I will be giving 25% off of my normal cost that I would give for an adult for a child. And I feel that there's a need for a parent to have wisdom and deal with their child according to knowledge. Because sometimes there's a child that we think is not smart enough, and they go to school, they're just not passing their tests, and the teachers think they're dumb or they lack intelligence. And the truth is that's not the reality of this child. The reality could be that this child learns another way. And I can see that astrologically. Your health, your chart. There's so many things that we need to gain insight in, and we need to regain the knowledge that was taken away. You see, the Bible says in Jeremiah that my children are destroyed for lack of knowledge. That knowledge by the God of the Bible was taken away. It's time to restore that knowledge. And those are things that I'll be going into more as well. What knowledge, when the God of the Bible speaks of the knowledge being taken away, what knowledge was it that he took away and why? It is the regaining of this knowledge that will give us the ability to supersede the oppressions that happen upon us, to stop obstacles in our way. We can become magical in our own lives. We can make changes in our own lives that unless we have the knowledge of it, we cannot do. And so there are many avenues that I hope to go into. Being that I understand my makeup, I know that there's only limited things that I can do, but I have a vision for so much more. And only if I had others who could add to the pot to assist me can I allow it to grow even further. So those things are happening. I do have people volunteering to help, and that's happening. But I'm telling you guys, the grand picture is immense. And I realize that I'm not the only one who's here to assist. There's so many of us, but there's so much to change. There's so much to learn, and there's so much to know in the age of the age of Aquarius, which is coming. And I'll be going into what that means, what the age of Aquarius means as well, because there are things that we need to understand that are warnings for that age as well. And so hopefully I get to cover all of this. I hope. I do get exhausted also. And so I have to pay attention to my times of hibernation. So this summer for me, even astrologically, told me that it was time for me to just rest this summer, and that there would even be people coming to live with me. And I'm thinking, oh, there won't be people coming to live with me. You know, I'm just thinking, oh, maybe I'll just be entertaining. But it turns out that my household has expanded. People have come here to live here with me, and it's wonderful because it's my family, and that's what it's all about. Especially for me this summer is family, you know, and Jupiter going into Libra is going to expand that even more. And so understanding these terminologies and these things, I'd love to help you guys and assist you on that as well. So stay tuned. I will be back very soon, and take care. Bye.